Welcome to A Little More with Lynn, where we learn a little bit more about the donors, supporters, volunteers, and today's staff in McLaren Greater Lansing. It is Nurses Week, and we are so excited to be celebrating with some nurses that work in McLaren Greater Lansing and support our community every day. Today, I'm very excited to introduce Leni Danford. Leni is a registered nurse at McLaren Greater Lansing. She is one of our unit managers, and I am very excited to share her story about how she became a nurse and the work that she does every day. So welcome, Leni.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So could you just kind of start off telling us a little bit about yourself and how you got into the nursing profession?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So I'm Leni Danford. My family actually is originally from Greece and Cyprus, but I was born here in the Lansing community, where I grew up, and I currently live in Diamonddale with my husband and my dog and my cat. So I've been a nurse for almost 8 years now. I went to nursing school at LCC, and then I transferred to U of M Flint for my BSN, and then I'm currently pursuing my master's in nursing through Chamberlain, where I'll be done this summer. So I really wanted a career that was challenging and interesting. During my childhood, I spent a lot of time, unfortunately, in and out of hospitals with some complicated family things that were going on. So I was really familiar with the hospital setting, and I remember, the lasting impression that those nurses made on me, and for my family during our time in need. So I figured it would be a really interesting field to go into, and I'm very happy that I chose this field for sure.
Wonderful. So can you kind of walk us through your career as you graduated as a new nurse to where you are today?
Yeah. So I actually graduated nursing school, and I was a new grad nurse here at McLaren. I started my career here on 4 Chi, which at Green Lawn was 4 Chi. Currently here it's 9 East. So I spent a few years down there, and then I really wanted to give the emergency department a try. So I went down there and spent a few years down there. I transitioned into leadership as an assistant department manager, and then transitioned to Green Lawn's 3 Chi as their patient care manager, which is now the new 5 West. So I've been in this role for about 3 years now.
Wonderful. That's one of the things as I've been able to have conversations with nurses throughout the facility. There's so many different things that you can do within this umbrella of the nursing profession. I think it's amazing. So many different opportunities depending on what you're interested in. Um, what do you find rewarding about being a nurse, and also what do you find challenging?
So rewarding. We'll start with that one.
Yep.
I find the most rewarding thing about nursing is just the opportunity to meet all walks of life. You meet people from anywhere from birth to death, and you get to build relationships with them on such an authentic level that, there's no other profession like the one that we have here in healthcare. Um, so there's actually you're gonna laugh, but there's a quote that I heard when I was a kid from Patch Adams. I don't know if you're familiar with Patch Adams at all, the Robin Williams. That really sticks with me, and I actually take it kind of everywhere I go. I keep it to my core, um, and it's a part of a basic principle that I always remember, and it goes like this. You treat a disease, you win, you lose, but you treat a person, and I can guarantee you'll win every time. So the mentality of treating the whole person, their family and loved ones included, is not just treating the symptom of their disease process, but it's treating the patient as a whole. So no matter where my path takes me, I'll always kind of take that with me. So
Wonderful. Oh,
yeah,
it's so representative of the caring individuals that we have here and nursing in general. So I love that. Thank you.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Um, Go
oh, go
ahead.
ahead. No, please go ahead.
And I was going to say some of the challenges that the nursing profession has, though, the emotional toll and stress that can definitely cause. The last couple years have certainly tested the nursing profession as a whole in unimaginable ways. But I think out of all of that, what has come out on the other side is the resiliency and the adversity that nursing professionals were able to endure and continue to endure every day.
Yeah, absolutely. It was such a difficult time for those that were caring on the front line, but I have heard from many people that a lot of lessons were learned. A lot of teams grew stronger because they went through it together. But I think we're all glad to at least somewhat be on the other side of
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
So one of the things I learned about you is you are the manager representative on a community of nurses called our Professional Practice Council. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is and what your role is on that group?
Sure. So professional practice is a shared governance model. It empowers shared decision making between nurse leaders and bedside nurses, as well as bringing in other ancillary departments into the conversation for shared decision making. And we talk about things, it can be anywhere from nursing research to evidence-based practice, standards of practice change. Um, and specifically, my role in that is kind of to build the bridge between nursing leaders and the bedside nurses. So some of the things that I can do, um, like I said, is I work closely with the group to provide opportunities collaboratively. Um, and then we can bring these discussions back to clinical areas, and I help facilitate and build relationships between our nurse colleagues, as well as other ancillary support. But the most important thing, I think, is really empowering the group of nursing professionals through unit-based councils to help with this shared decision making that really impacts the work that we do at the bedside.
Wonderful. I love that collaborative type of model. I'm sure it benefits the patients in many different ways.
It does. It does.
So it is Nurses Week, as I said when we started. So happy Nurses Week to
Thank
you.
you.
Um, what does the celebration of Nurses Week mean to you?
Um, a lot of things. So I use Nurses Week as really a time of reflection, a reflection of my own personal nursing path in my career, but also a reflection of my team's path. Whether it be accomplishments or challenges that we've had or faced as a group, but I really use this time to reflect back, as well as organizational reflection, where we've been and where we're continuing to go. And I think that the celebration of Nurses Week, really is to acknowledge the importance of nurses and the critical role that we play in healthcare as a whole, as well as promoting the nursing profession. So we play intricate roles, as a whole, all the way from bedside to organizationally to community levels and nationally as well.
Wonderful. So, do you have any words of advice for someone that might be thinking about nursing as a career?
I do. So we have a lot of students on our unit, and I try to spend some time with them and really talk to them about, what their nursing path may look like in their future. So nursing is extremely challenging, I think, but it's also so rewarding in a way that, no other profession can really offer. Not to be biased because I love
That's okay.
nursing.
You should be biased.
But really hold on. And change is one of the only constants in the healthcare field. So embrace it and be open to change and put yourself out there and stay curious. Commit yourself to being a lifelong learner, because that's really what it's about.
Yep, wonderful. Well, Lenny, I appreciate your time today. Thank you for celebrating Nurses Week with us. And thank you for all you do for our hospital and for our community.
Thank you so much and happy Nurses Week.
Thank you. And thank you for watching A Little More with Lynn. Please stay tuned next time when we learn a little bit more about our volunteers, our donors, and our supporters here in McLaren Greater Lansing. Thank you.